Hi guys, so I promised to make a video on the sales funnel, and I'm going to make this as practical as possible. No weird definitions, no definitions. Let's just bring it down. So when we talk about a sales funnel, we are talking about a set of things you do that can help you increase your sales. And when you do it again, it can still give you the same results. So when you do it again and again, it can give you the same result. Now let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. For instance, when I want to run a sales for Ellie's gift store. Now what I first do is I name the sales. So I don't just come and say, oh, I want to run the sales, because I usually have a target, and these are the things we'll be looking at in the 15-day sales and visibility challenge. So I usually have a target, so I can say I want to make 500,000 in sales, I want to do 1 million in sales for this month. So what I do is I give my sales a name. I give my campaign. If it was just a fast finger sales, oh, okay, let's just do fast finger. Now I give my campaign a name. For instance, this year I've been using the Revamp Your Space campaign, and it's been working for me. So I choose the products that I want to highlight, my best sellers. I put them together, and then I make a video on them, because yes, people want to see my face. They want to see these products. So I make a video on them, and then I promote these videos. Now note, the kind of video I make and the kind of content I make are evergreen. Evergreen means content that can be used again and again and again and again. So I use evergreen content, and then I just put this content on autopilot. This means that when I'm running my ads, I do not choose a duration. I only pause my ads when I get tired of it. So when I get tired of it, when I feel like, oh, okay, I'm being overwhelmed, I'm being choked with orders, I just pause it. And then when I feel like, oh, okay, I'm a bit free, I go again. So that's what I do. Now when I do that, I now have a duration, how long I want the sales to run for. So I can say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and all of that. Now all of this that you put together before running a sales is what we call a sales funnel. So for your brand, it might be different. For my brand, it might be different. Now for each brand, we'll be looking at how I'm going to be helping you plan the sales funnel, irrespective of your brand, if you join the 15-day sales and visibility challenge. So what we're going to do is I'm going to work with you and choose a sales funnel that you can use over and over again to be making sales. A sales funnel can be a particular social media platform that you want to be using to make sales. For instance, if you don't use Facebook often, but then you want to drive traffic from Facebook, what are the things you need to put in place? Oh, okay, you need to create a page, you need to post your products on the page, you need to join groups, you need to run ads, and you need to do all of that. So all of those things, when you put them together and they generate results, and you can use them over and over again, these are things we now call sales funnel. For instance, if I were to run, say I want to, or a sales campaign rather. So if I want to make, say, 100,000 from Best Crown Consults in a week or in 2 weeks, what do I need to do? Okay, so I look at it. What products do I have? What offers do I have? So I have Canva upgrade, I have sponsored ads course, I have sponsored ad services, I have the visibility challenge. Oh, okay, let's do visibility challenge. Visibility challenge is 2,000 naira per person. How many people do I need to make 100,000? It means that if someone pays me 2,000 naira to get 100,000, I'm going to need about 50 people. Yes, 50 times 100. Yes, I'm going to need about, is it up to 50 people? Pardon me, 2,000 times 10. Yes, 50 people to pay me 2,000 naira each so that I can make 100,000. So what do I do? How do I get 50 people? It's a low ticket offer. So I now post on my WhatsApp status, I post on my Instagram page, I run an ad on it. I say I want to spend 5k, 10k on ads. I run an ad for it so that 50 people can see it. 50 people can pay me 2,000 naira each, and I can now make 100,000. And then I now deliver the value that they paid for to them. That is a sales campaign. So for a sales campaign, one of the first things you need to put in place is your goal. What do you want to achieve at the end of the sales campaign? So for instance, at Ellie's gift store, I said, okay, I want to make 1 million naira in sales by December. I can say, no, I don't just want to do sales, I want to do profits. So when I want to do profits, now let me explain something again to you. When I want to do profits, I don't need much people to do profits. When my goal is profits, I don't need much people. I simply say, I want just 10 people to buy high-end products from you. I want to sell to 10 retailers. So let's say normal, if I want to sell wholesale, or if I want to make sales, I can make just 500, 200 on an item. But when I want to do profit, I can make as high as 3,000, 4,000 on an item, because my goal is to make profit. So I'm not looking for too many people. I'm only looking for people who want to buy luxury products, who can afford to buy the luxury products, and who can pay, and who will buy it on retail. So what I look out for is I don't run sales for wholesales. I post the products, I go directly to the products, and then I target high-end buyers or people, location that I know that will buy, and then I run my ads to that location and people get to see it. So when do you use profit ads? Profit ads, or maybe you want to break even, you need income for yourself, you want to run the profits campaign, the profit sales campaign. But if you're looking at getting, for instance, all through this year, my focus has not really been on profits. I've had a down business time, so my focus has been on sales. My focus has been on getting new customers. My focus has been on traffic. So I really need lots of people to know about my brand. Now when they know about my brand, they'll definitely come back, then profit can come in. So I've been doing a sales campaign, I've been doing a traffic campaign, so that way I get to sell more products at a lesser profit. So my goal is to make sales. It's not necessarily to make profit. Of course I'm making profit, but it's not like if my campaign is targeted at making profits. This time around my campaign is targeted at making sales, not just making profit. Of course I'm making profits from the sales, but then it won't be like if my goal was to make profit. So first you need to know what your goal is. Is your goal to make more profits? Is your goal to make more sales? Like you want plenty people to know about your brand, plenty people, because again when you do sales campaigns, sometimes what people don't know is one person sees your heart, they buy from you, you deliver, they tell another person, that tells another person, that tells another person. So that way you are gaining more traction, you are gaining more traffic, you are generating more leads. That's another thing about sales campaign. That's why I say you need to know your goal. If you're a service business, you want to reach out to more clients, you want to generate lead, then you might say, oh, okay, let me just, give an offer. So your goal first, let's now say in our case study, the goal is to make 1 million naira. And I do breadcrumb consult, or say, let me use breadcrumb consult. So the goal is to make 1 million naira. What do I need to do to make 1 million naira? Now I have to break it down. I either get 10 people to pay me 100,000 naira each to make 1 million naira, or I get 100 people to pay me 10,000 naira each to make 1 million naira, or I get 1,000 people to pay me 1,000 naira each to make 1 million naira. Is that correct? Yes, I think so. So 1,000 people to get. So I'll now sit down. Which one is easier to achieve? The kind of value I have, do I have clients that if they say pay me 100, if I tell them pay me 100k, I want to deliver this premium service to you and I need just 10 people, they will pay me. Now I was seeing a post of Vicky James. She did or Hilda Basi. Now let me use it out of the two of them. They did a campaign. How do I put that now? They did Vicky James was hosting a class and she's charging 1 million naira and people will pay. Yes, she earned it. If Hilda Basi puts her cooking class at 200k today, people will pay. She earned it. So you have to look at your brand. Have I earned premium clients? Have I earned services that I can tell people pay me 100k today and they will pay? Think about it. If you have, then go ahead to say, okay, I want to sell to just 10 people, premium clients, and they're gonna give me 100k. But if you have not, let's come down. If I bring up a service for 10,000 naira now, can people buy? Yes. Okay, so it means we need 100 people to pay us 10,000 naira each. Getting 100 people to pay you 10,000 naira is not a joke. So the next thing you want to do is, how do I want to get 100 people? How do I want to get 100 people to pay me 10,000 naira each? You now sit down. For instance, I have a campaign I planned for next year, and my goal in that campaign is to make 5 million naira. How do I want to get people to pay me 5 million, make 5 million? Because that's what I want to use to break even. That's what I want to use to, to start my life in 2024. So how do I want to get people to pay me 5 million? And now I have to break it down. Do I need 1,000 people? So I've started the campaign from now, and it's still next year. So now you've settled for 10,000 naira for 100 people. Getting 100 people to pay you 10,000 naira is not a joke. So now how do I want to get 100 people to pay me 10,000 naira? So I sit. Okay, what platform do I already use? I use WhatsApp,